Well, we're off to the start of the new week, and it's going to be kind of nasty in a lot of the country, isn't it? All this rain and turning into snow and temperature drops. Yuck. But you know what? We're safe and sound inside, getting ready to have some fun tonight, doing some breaks, so we won't worry about that nasty weather right now. We do have a little bit of information that I like to go over before we actually start ripping into things. So let's go ahead and get started with that while everybody's getting in and getting settled. So first up, my feedback. I have it set to be completely automated on eBay, and that is really done mostly so you don't ever have to wait on me. It works out that anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return with no waiting. Yay. So you don't ever have to wait on me. It works out that anytime you leave positive feedback. Yeah, look at that. Siri keeps turning on the volume on my iPad. All right, I got it turned off again. Hopefully it'll stay off. Or maybe I'm just hitting the button trying to disable Siri and I'm turning on the volume. But anyway, it's fixed now. So thank you once again for bidding and breaking with me. That's the other part of the message on that page, and by far the more important of the two. We are taking a look now at what's coming up in the days ahead. This stuff is already listed on eBay, and we're going to be breaking it over the course of the next several days. So tomorrow night is a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football helmets and a full case of Topps Update Jumbo Baseball. Base does not ship to the teams in that break. It's a separate bidding category. You can find all the information in the listing description. On Wednesday night, we've got a lot of new releases on Wednesday, so we're going to start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We'll open some of each. Flawless Collegiate Basketball, 1920 Flawless Collegiate. We'll open a half case of. We'll open a full case of 2019 High-Tech Baseball and a full case of 2019-20 Certified Basketball, all on Wednesday night. Thursday night, we're going to start some Leaf Autograph Football jerseys. Those come 10 to a case, so we're going to break a half case of it, meaning we'll open 5 jerseys in that break. We're also going to open Topps Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition by the full case, 2018-19 Flawless Basketball by the half case, and a full case of Bowman Chrome Jumbo, also known as HTA. And of course, that's the one that's all hits and no base. On Friday, we will once again start at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We have one new release for Friday, and that is Immaculate Football. We'll open a full case of that along with a 9-box inner of Triple Threads Baseball and an 8-box half case of Prism Draft Picks Basketball. On Saturday, we're once again going to start at 8:30 Eastern, and we will open another case of Leaf Best Baseball, followed by a half case of Hoops Basketball. In Hoops, veteran base does not ship to the teams. It has its own bidding category. Once again, you can find more information about that in the listing description for that particular item. So everything we're opening tonight should be on the way to you approximately Thursday. As always, if I can get something out sooner than the date you see listed, I will happily do so. And if something unexpected happens, it could always slide a day later, which would be Friday. But as it stands right now, I expect it to be on the way Thursday. And for each of these products tonight, if you happen to get skunked entirely, meaning you don't pull a card of any sort, base, hit, or otherwise, you are still going to get a consolation card or cards in the mail. They will ship out when the rest of the break goes because these are paid shipping breaks tonight. This is also the order we're going in. So Leaf Best of Baseball is first, Immaculate Basketball second, Gold Label Baseball third. First 2 breaks are both, well, all these tonight are fairly quick, but the first 2 are obviously the fastest. Gold Label, the one that will take us the longest, which is why it's third tonight. So we're starting out with the 10-box case of 2019 Leaf Best of Baseball. This is break number 1. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 11th of November. Team names are there on the left-hand side and the eBay user ID of our winning bidders across from each team on the opposite side. Note that there is a separate bidding category for any redemption in this product. So if we pull any redemption, which typically would be for memorabilia or maybe a sealed box of cards or something along those lines, a sealed pack, a rare pack, Anyway, whatever it is, if we pull a redemption, it goes to that bidding spot. This is a buyback product, so you don't typically have redemptions in it unless it was intentional, being one of those things that I just named off. And of course, a new spreadsheet will go up before the start of every break. So if you're not in this one, you will get a chance to see your name up there shortly. Meanwhile, you're going to notice here that the background goes very slightly out of focus. That is intentional. Please don't let that worry you. That's going to allow us to actually see the cards up a little bit closer than we might have been able to otherwise. So Leaf Best of Baseball actually got here Friday. And I, where I had those few days off, I did not realize that it was coming until it was too late to get it listed. So that's why we're starting on it tonight, even though it came out on Friday. Ryan, the card breaker. Are you getting every card from every team, even base cards? Well, once again, guys, unless it tells you otherwise in the listing description, all the cards ship. So tonight, none of the listings said anything about separate bidding categories, so all the cards ship. It will always, without fail, tell you in that listing description very explicitly when something is different. If base doesn't ship or veteran base doesn't ship or something along those lines. In the absence of any notation like that on the listing, then yeah, all the cards are going to ship. So it's always important to read the listing description. I know it sounds silly to say that, but you would be surprised how often, people just get in the habit of looking at the title and not really always reading the specifics. So it is always important to check, and it's always in the same area, down there in the part where it tells you the quantity of the product, the name of the product, and the date and the time of the break. That's where it will always tell you if there's something that's different other than all cards shipping. BAM Sports Collectibles. You want to know my eBay name. All right, it was, let's see, it's just easier probably than me trying to spell it. I'm going to type it in for you right here. And that is how you find me on eBay. That is my seller name. It was also, it looks like, oh, look at that. Jay Allen typed it in there for me. I should have kept reading. Thank you, Jay Allen, for typing that in there. And Mr. Roy Wallace, you might have jumped in after we went over all the information. So for those of you who were not here a couple of minutes ago when we got started, Best of Baseball is first, Immaculate Basketball is second, and third tonight is Gold Label Baseball. We tend to break the things that are the fastest first and the things that take the longest a little bit later down the line. And Jay Allen jumped in there and answered that one too. I always appreciate that. Thank you very much. You guys are always awesome, jumping in there, helping out. Because, I'm multitasking, so I don't always glance over there in the most timely manner. So it is helpful. I appreciate it. Edward's here. Hi, Edward. Oh, your internet went down? Well, I'm glad you're back up and running in time to see the break, man. That is the important part. Hopefully we're going to find some good stuff for you. I think you've got quite a few teams in here, don't you? I think you do. So maybe we're going to have some good luck. Now that we got all the crazy stuff out of the way, now we don't have to delay our gratification. We can just rock and roll on through here. So there is a Leaf Original card in every box. I should have led with that, right? And then there's the buyback card. On the Leaf Original cards, they're going to go to current teams if they're an active player. If they are retired players, they go to the team they played for the longest, unless it specifies a team on the card. This is numbered to 10. It's Ken Griffey Jr. He played the longest, I believe, with the Mariners. And our hit is Mike Piazza from 1982 Bowman. It is PSA graded 10. And Mike Piazza and the Dodgers getting us started tonight. Our Leaf Original card here is headed to the Padres. That is Fernando Tatis Jr., numbered to 35. And, oh, looky, looky, kids. We have ourselves a 2010 Mike Trout Pro debut, and that is graded to 9. That's a Beckett graded card for the Angels and Mike Trout 2010 Pro debut. All right, next up, it is Joey Bart. That's your rookie for the San Francisco Giants. That's your Leaf original card. Our hit is for the Yankees. It is a first Bowman out of Bowman Chrome. It's a refractor numbered to 499, hard signed Deivi Garcia for the Yankees. The Leaf original card here is Chipper Jones, headed to the Atlanta Braves. And our hit is the Expos. Now, the former Montreal Expos, of course, are the current Washington Nationals. Cards do always stay with their franchises, so this heads to the Nationals. You've got a 1989 Upper Deck Randy Johnson Star Rookie, PSA graded to 10. Leaf original is Nick Madrigal, White Sox. And our hit is Ronald Acuna. This is from 2018 Bowman High Tech Prospect Autographs, Purple Refractor, card grades to a 9, autograph grades to a 10. Nice little Acuna there for the Braves. Our Leaf original is Casey Mize, numbered 235, Detroit Tigers. Our hit, Mookie Betts, out of 2014 Topps Chrome Update. And, of course, Mookie's rookie card there for the Red Sox is Gem Mint 10, PSA graded. And there is Nick Madrigal again. This one's numbered, though, to 20. So the White Sox with another one of the Leaf originals. And looks like another hit headed to the Dodgers. That's Sandy Koufax. Very nice. Out of 2016 Topps Tier 1. It's kind of hard to see the autograph because it's in gold and it, I don't know, kind of blends into all that stuff there. But it's there. And cards graded to 9.5. The autograph is graded to a 10. It's always good to see Sandy Koufax come out. So that's a nice one for the Dodgers. And here we have Ken Griffey Jr. out once again. We saw him earlier. And our hit, Chris Bryant. Wow, look how young he is there. That is crazy. 2009 Bowman Aflac All-American, and once again graded Gem Mint to 10 by PSA. Chris Bryant, of course, the Cubbies. Original card, Nolan Gorman, numbered 235, goes to the St. Louis Cardinals. That looks like that's going to be, it is, it's Mariano Rivera. Nice. Out of 1992 Bowman. Isn't it funny when you look back what some of those sets used to look like as far as the the design and such? That is graded to a 9, Beckett graded Rivera for the Yankees. And last but not least, wow, there's a third Nick Madrigal. This one is numbered to 7, also, of course, headed to the White Sox. And we have, going to the Red Sox, Rafael Devers. It is numbered to 5, and it is out of Museum Collection. So not a bad little hit there either. So let's go ahead and recap real quickly here. Leaf Best Baseball. And then, where's that there? No, where is that other one? Well, I wanted to set there it is. Yeah, I think I made that harder than I needed to. But anyway, let's recap this. So Nick Madrigal to the White Sox. Nolan Gorman, St. Louis Cardinals. Ken Griffey Jr., Mariners. Nick Madrigal, White Sox. Casey Mize, Tigers. Nick Madrigal, White Sox. Chipper Jones, Braves. Joey Bart, Giants. Tatis for the Padres. And another Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. I'm like 99% sure he was longer with the Mariners than anywhere else, but you know what? I better just double check it. So I'm just going to look it up here real quickly. I'm like 99% sure it's right that that's where he was the longest, but we're just going to look it up for the sake of argument. So give me 1 second. Anytime somebody's played for more than one team, I hate to rely on just my memory, even though I'm pretty sure it is right. We want to make 100% sure, don't we? And yeah, for sure, 13 years. That's what I thought, but now it's all happily verified. The New York Yankees and Garcia from Bowman Chrome, numbered to 499. Numbered to 5, there's Rafael Devers for the Red Sox out of museum collection. You have Randy Johnson, the former Expos are the current Nationals, so that's heads to the Nationals. A little Mike Trout action, 2010 pro debut for the Angels. Mike Piazza and the Dodgers. A little Mariano Rivera for the Yankees. Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. Nice little Sandy Koufax there, also headed to the Dodgers. Another one for the Red Sox with a Mookie Betts 2014 Topps Chrome rookie autograph. And the Braves with Acuna, numbered to 150, and that, of course, was out of Bowman High Tech. So that is this case of Best of Baseball. We have more cases of it that we'll be working into the lineup over the course of the next, I don't know, a couple of weeks probably. You'll see it jump in there sporadically. So for those of you who are so inclined to be interested in that, I think actually I did list one tonight, so we'll be breaking it again for sure on Saturday night, and then between now and then, we'll figure out when the next time is. Now, let's refer back to our spreadsheet for a second. We're going to be moving into Immaculate Basketball. For those of you who might have missed it earlier, everything we're opening tonight, I'm expecting to get on the way to you approximately Thursday. And if you get skunked in a break tonight, meaning you don't hit base card or card of any sort, you are still going to get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it. And it will ship out with the rest of the breaks, since these are all paid shipping breaks tonight. As always, if I can get something out sooner, I will. If something unexpected were to happen, it could go later, but I expect it, as it stands right now, to be Thursday. This is a 5-box case of 1819 Immaculate Basketball coming up. This is break number 5 of that product. And of course, it also ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 11th of November. Same format. Team names on one side, eBay user ID across from each of your teams there. And for those of you waiting on Gold Label, it will be up right after we do Immaculate. Which again, Immaculate doesn't take a terribly long time. On a lot of these products, like what we just opened, Best of Baseball and Immaculate and that sort of thing, it almost takes longer to get the cards out of the packaging than it does to look at them. Jay Allen, you need the Jazz in here in Immaculate. All right, my friend, we will do our best to conjure up some Jazz magic for you. This is a product that is a 1-pack per box kind of deal. And like we did with the other, I kind of like to get it all out and all out and ready to go, so that once we get ready to start looking at it, we can just keep on trucking and only have to delay our gratification once. Edward, you're out of here, man. All right. Well, we'll catch you the next time, my friend. Did we have luck for you? Were any of those yours? I can't remember what teams you had. I just remember that you had a few in there. So hopefully some of them went your way. Jay Allen, you've got the feeling tonight. You know, your feelings are on the money pretty good amount of the time. So if you're feeling it for the Jazz tonight, I don't know, we might make it happen. Honestly, you have really good luck when you get those kind of nagging feelings in general. So here's hoping. Did I just hit the camera? I did, didn't I? I do that ever so often. Sorry. Mr. Roy Wally, you need to see Luca tonight. I love Luca. Let's find him in here. Let's try and make some money for Mr. Roy Wally with some Luka Doncic. We're going to do our best. Jay Allen, sometimes your feeling is just gas. Well, let's hope that that's not it tonight. Let's hope that your feeling tonight is that the Jazz are going to hit and that will be the case. That's what we're going to hope for anyway, right? All right, so Immaculate. As you see, 1 pack per box. We do have a base card in every one of our packs or boxes, or however you want to say it. So those are usually numbered. We'll take a look at those, and then generally the other stuff in here is hits. Not a lot of filler in some of these high-end products, which honestly is kind of nice, right? So our first out, numbered to 99, is headed to the Lakers, and that is Kyle Kuzma. That was our base, of course. Next up, numbered to 99, we have a Kevin Huerter relic for the Atlanta Hawks. Philadelphia 76ers with Ben Simmons. You don't pull a lot of Ben Simmons relics, honestly. This one is numbered to 4, and that's a pretty good-looking relic. So as far as that goes, that's a nice hit. And then we have the Blazers, and this one is numbered to 49, and we have Lionel Hollins ink for the Portland Trail Blazers. Mr. Willie Cauley-Stein, numbered to 99. He's no longer with the Kings, but he's a king on this card, and that's what matters. If you've got Sacramento, Willie Cauley-Stein is headed your way. Numbered to 25, we've got an all-time great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and unfortunately, look at that lower corner there is a little, got some chips and stuff on it on the back on that lower right. But if you've got the Milwaukee Bucks, I bet you're kind of cool having Kareem Abdul-Jabbar regardless, right? Unfortunately, some of these cards, especially prone on the thicker ones, to have those little bits of imperfections on the edges and corners. It always frustrates me when they do, but it is there. So if I see it, I'm going to point it out generally. Milwaukee Bucks and Eric Bledsoe to 99 happens to be our base card. The Miami Heat and Justice Winslow, that is numbered to 99 with a relic. Another nice big relic here. That's fantastic. It's a Damian Dotson team logo. That is also numbered to 4. That one's headed to the Knicks. Got a little tiny imperfection on its lower right as well. You said maybe a Trae Young, Mr. Roy Wally. You wouldn't mind having that one either? All right, we'll work on them both. How about that? And here we have numbered to 99 the Celtics and Sam Jones. A little more throwback ink tonight. Isaiah Thomas, Denver Nuggets, numbered to 99. The current Isaiah Thomas, not the original Isaiah Thomas, of course. Gail Goodrich, Lakers. And that is also to 99. This one, we've got a little imperfection down there, I notice, on the lower left in particular on the back. At least they're on the back, so there's that. That part's helpful, at least. I think I just saw the back of a redemption, too. So the redemptions, we flip them over at the very end of the break, find out who's on the other side, and then we go to the Panini website, verify the team, and find out what, if anything, they're numbered to. So that's going to sit right up there in housekeeping until we get finished looking at our live stuff tonight. To 25, it's Kevin Love and the Cavaliers. A relic for Mo Bamba and the Magic Imperfection. You can see right down there that little bit of chipping. That's that white along that bottom front edge and lower right corner. It is numbered to 99 for Orlando. And there's Stephon Marbury to 10. Phoenix Suns. Golden State Warriors have Jacob Evans III, numbered to 10. Relic and ink paired up there for the Warriors. And then we have Mikal Bridges and the Suns, numbered to 49. Got a relic and autograph pairing on that one as well. And that I'm going to need to get a little something different for. Hang tight 1 second. Yeah, we're going to do this one just a little bit differently because it's very thick, and rather than try to argue with it, you know, I'm trying to get it into something, which we probably could. I'd rather just do it like this. Looks a little murky because I put a sleeve on the top and the bottom of it between it and the case. But anyway, there it is. So Mr. Roy Wally says that's going to be a Luka Logo Man redemption. Wouldn't that be sweet? Oh, that would be nice. Jay Allen's hoping it's a Donovan Mitchell redemption. Looking for a little spider. Could be, could be. You never know. DeAndre Jordan to 99 for the Knicks. Here comes one for Jay Allen and his Jazz. We've got a Rudy Gobert relic, numbered to 99. A relic for the Memphis Grizzlies, next in line to 25. That is Javon Carter in Memphis. Enes Kanter, Blazers, Inc. to 99. Here come the Rockets. The Houston Rockets, numbered to 99, Robert Horry. And the Kings. How about a little Marvin Bagley? Very nice relic and autograph pairing, numbered to 99. And, ooh, that's got an ugly lower left. So, what are they doing to these cards, man? It's like, come on. They can surely, you would think, do a little better than that. Of course, my theory is some of that happens when they're getting transported back and forth to be signed, or when they're being signed, or whatever, you know. I think that has to do with how a lot of that happens. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Jonathan Isaac and the Magic to 99. Yeah, you're right. It is common to have that in Immaculate. You are correct. Most of the thicker cards, unfortunately, it's kind of common to have it, but it still just makes me crazy. You still would think for the amount of money we pay for these cards that they could do a little better. This is headed to the Washington Wizards. It's numbered to 25. You'll see it says Bullets on it, but of course the Washington Bullets is just a former name of the current Washington Wizards, so that's where it heads. Well, we did get you a Trae Young. No, excuse me. Numbered to 99, but I bet you wanted it to be signed. But at least we're not sending you home empty-handed there, anyway, for the Hawks. Bob Lanier and the Pistons, numbered to 99 as well. Same as both lower left and lower right with some minor chipping. And the last, oh, it's not the last we have live. Well, yeah, it is the last we have live. The other's another redemption. This one, numbered to 25, is Mr. World Be Free for the Warriors. That guy always cracks me up when I see that, you know, he changed his name to World Be Free. Kind of like Ron Artest, you know, changed his name to Meta World Peace. Then we've got two redemptions we're getting ready to flip over. After we do our redemptions, after we flip them over, We're going to go to the Panini website. We'll check it out and see what our teams are and what, if anything, these are numbered to. After that, we will come right back to this view and we'll recap this break. First one around, there's your Luka, baby. Look at that. Luka on an Immaculate Moments. So Mavericks made you sweat it out because you know what? That came out of the very last box. That's that one that we just pulled. Whew. Next up, it is D'Angelo Russell, Shadow Box Signatures. I'm assuming he's probably going to be a net on that card, but because you never know 100% sure when they, how they have these set up, we're going to check it out. We would have anyway, even if we knew for sure, like we do with Luka. Yeah, we still go look it up. I'm kind of a nerd that way. I figure that's what these checklists are for, so we can put it up there and share with the class. All right, let's look up D'Angelo first. Shadow Box Signatures is our card set. I already had the rest of it set up. I figured we'd probably pull redemptions in here. Card number 49. Well, Mr. D'Angelo Russell is a net on there. It's what I thought he would be, but you never know. So now we do know. And it will be numbered to 99. Now let's go look up the big man, Luka. And Luka tells us, what card set are you in, Luka? Immaculate Moments is where we're headed for him. All right, Immaculate Moments. And he is card number 9. He's going to be numbered to 99 as well for Dallas. All right, now that we happily have all of that verified and I've got it all labeled up, let's come back over here to my view and recap it. All right. Okay, so the highlight reel, if you will. The Pistons, the Kings, and the Rockets. Now, as you know, if you're watching this on a tape delay and you just scroll to the end, there are some bad edges and corners on these. Trailblazers, particularly on the back, on several of them. The Warriors, the Lakers, the Celtics, Nuggets. Nice little Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's for the Bucks. There's another one for the Kings. And there's the Trailblazers. Followed by Mr. World Be Free there for the Warriors. The Hawks. Washington Bullets are the same as the Wizards. Goes to the Wizards. Grizzlies. Jazz. Phoenix Suns. Orlando Magic. I kind of digging that one. I like that hit right there for the Knicks. The Miami Heat. This is a nice one for the Sixers, mainly because you don't pull a ton of Ben Simmons relics, especially low-numbered like that. So that's nice as well. And the Atlanta Hawks again with a Kevin Huerter relic. Forgot what I was trying to say there. Got distracted for a minute. We had the nice Luka Doncic redemption. Mavericks, numbered to 99 when you get it. D'Angelo Russell and the Nets, numbered to 99 when you get it. And then Mikal Bridges and the Suns. This looks a little funky because I have a clear sleeve on the top and bottom of it to put it in this case. So that's why it looks a little funky on the camera, but it's actually fine. Okay, we are going to head into a little Topps Gold Label baseball next. All right, if you didn't catch this earlier, Thursday, that's when I think I'm going to get it out the door and on the way to you. If I can get it done sooner, I will certainly do so. Something unexpected happens, could always slide a day later. Right now, I expect it to be Thursday out the door. If you get skunked in any of these breaks tonight, meaning you don't hit a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you are still going to get a a little package in the mail, and it will have your consolation card or cards in it, and it will ship with the rest of the breaks since these are paid shipping breaks tonight. A 16 box case of 2019 Gold Label Baseball is break number 4. Same as you're used to seeing here, where we've got teams on one side and bidders on the other. The only difference is there are no Diamondbacks in this product. There are no Marlins in this product. So since there are no possible cards to pull for those two teams, they were not listed for sale, as you saw noted there on the spreadsheet. Otherwise, everybody else found a home. Thank you, everyone, for that. And let me get the case up here, and we'll get cranking. Mr. Roy Wally, you said glad you hit the Luca. I know, man, right? I'm always happy when the big hits come out, especially when some of the stuff is more expensive to buy into. I was just looking, somebody wrote something on the top of this case, and I don't even know what the heck this says. It says 1970 BJL. I don't know what that even means. But whatever it is, we got Gold Label inside. But I just noticed that. That's so random. It's written in like red ink across the top. So somebody at the distributor level, for some reason, was like taking notes on the case, I guess. They have a piece of paper handy? I don't know. Weird. But anyway, don't guess it matters. And Ronald is here too. Ronald Delarema. Hi, Ronald. And Card Collector Dad. Hi. I just now saw yours. Somehow I overlooked you earlier when I was wrapping up the end of that other auction and you were asking about Gold Label Baseball. Yes, obviously you now know what is next. But I think Jay Allen did me a solid and jumped in there and answered at that time as well. So we've got several packs of cards in each one of our boxes. But in each box, we'll have one gold-framed autograph. Every once in a while, we get lucky and find a box that has 2 in it. But for the most part, we're going to have 1 per box. Somewhere in this case, we should also find a relic, which is typically a case hit. We ought to find that somewhere along the way. In our base cards, of which there are many, there are Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. Image variations on each of the 3. The Class 1 are the most common. The 3 are the least common, but they're all relatively easy to pull. So we're not really going to stop and talk about Class 1, 2, and 3. What we will do is talk about anything we see that is numbered as we go along, So our typical color parallels we'll discuss a little as we come across them. So, for instance, that is not, excuse me, that's not numbered. Looks like maybe it should be, right? But it's not. It's just an image variation. This little bad boy is numbered. Down there in that lower right-hand corner, numbered to 75, the Phillies and JT Realmuto. And then we got a bunch of base. There's a lot of base in here. Well, not a lot. I mean, not an extraordinary amount, but a reasonable amount, I guess. I always save the gold frame for last because I can feel it. The only way I wouldn't know to do that is if it were a redemption. And then we would just kind of run across it. Ryan the Card Breaker, this is your first break, really? Oh, cool, man. Now see, with the name, with your username being Ryan the Card Breaker, I would have figured that you were an old hand, man, that you were like on it and doing it all the time. Well, good luck. Let's hope we have something awesome come out for you. And Zach, you need Cardinals, Royals, Twins, and Blue Jays. And Art has the Mariners in here. All right, we got our mojo requests in. How about the Twins right up top for Zach, with Cole Stewart being our very first hit out tonight. For Minnesota, Ryan the Card Breaker, you have the Indians. All right. We'll work up a little mojo for your Cleveland Indians, too. See if we can come up with something awesome, hopefully. I meant to show you the empty. I always like to show the empty inside, or that the inside of the box is empty. I'll get it out in a minute. Just so we all know that everything that was in there that was supposed to come out did come out. Believe it or not, every once in a while a pack will get stuck in behind something in a box. Not so much that type, but some of the box designs are kind of funky, and you can get a pack caught under the edge of like those little wedges and things they put in there. So anyway, if we just look at them, you and me both, one of us ought to catch it if that happens, right? Numbered to 99, Vlad Guerrero Jr. and the Blue Jays. And here's another one numbered to 75. That one is for my favorite team, the Cincinnati Reds. Barry Larkin. Nice. Love my little Reds. They're terrible every year. I love them anyway. Got a couple of base in here with our gold frame. And our hit, it's another twin. Zach, well, you're living right, as my grandmother would say. You must be living right. There's Willens, your young rookie for the Twins. So we are 2 for 2, Minnesota. Zach is on a little bit of a roll right now, isn't he? Yeah, he's like, yes, Twins. For sure. Hey, does anybody know what the score of the football game is, by the way, right now, by chance? If anybody wants to share, I wouldn't mind knowing that. 49ers and Seahawks in Monday Night Football. Pretty good game, I imagine. I haven't really had time to watch it too much, but I'm sure there'll still be plenty to watch when we finish the break. Oh, we're going to have no numbered in that box? Oh, boo. Nothing numbered in that one. That's a drag. It is 10-7 at halftime. The Niners are up. All right, cool. Thank you, Ryan the Card Breaker. You guys always so nice to share scores with me, and I appreciate it. St. Louis Cardinals, Daniel Ponce de Leon. So it broke Zach's streak of all twins. Sorry about that, Zach. But the Cardinals are glad to have a hit, I'm sure. Seattle fumbled on the 2-yard line. Oh, my God. Who was carrying the ball? Oh, that is a mess. Don't tell me it was Chris Carson. Oh, man. That is rough. I didn't mean to open that one first. We'll set it back there. I got all mentally sidetracked by reading that the Seahawks fumbled at the 2-yard line. And honestly, I don't really care which team wins the game. I like both teams about equally. It's just, I needed Chris Carson to have a good game, that's all. Oh, it was DK Metcalf. Wow, that's unexpected. That's rough, too. Whew. Numbered to 50. It is Brendan Rodgers and the Rockies. Well, the good news is, I guess, since it's halftime, you know, I've got plenty of time to get over it. To 75, the Yankees. Severino. Now I can get up here and look at our little gold label. Ooh, it's a good one, too. Thor. The one and only Noah Syndergaard for the Mets. And it is numbered to, does that say 75? I think it does, down there in that lower right. So, New York Mets. You probably want Alonso, but I think Syndergaard's a good hit. Card Collector Dad, you said, how many points do you need of Carson for my fantasy? A lot. A lot. As long as he didn't fumble, I'm happier. I was just like, oh, when you said that, I'm like, oh, God, it's going to be him. It's going to be him. So, whew, Says DK Metcalf. Well, Zach, yeah, Syndergaard is one that doesn't come out quite as regularly as some of the others. A lot of the ace pitchers, you know, are kind of harder to pull. And I would say mid-level products, mid and lower level products, it's harder to get some of those guys than when you get into your dynasties and things like that, where they obviously come out more frequently, as they should at those price points. Which, speaking of which, I have got to get some dynasty scheduled for us. That came out last week too, but I hadn't really decided what I wanted to do with it. It's to 150, Shohei Ohtani, Angels. And I think I've decided, it's numbered to 50 for the Yankees, Tanaka, that we will we'll break a case of it and see how it does. And if it does reasonably well, then we'll, you know, maybe break a little more of it. And if it doesn't do as well breaking, then I'll sell the rest off as is. To 50, Carter Kieboom. Because for whatever reason, Dynasty doesn't break as well for me as most of the higher end products. I opened 2 boxes worth. You saw that right there is going to be our 2 gold labels. We're going to look through the rest of the base first, though. Or our 2 gold frames. I think I said 2 gold labels, but our 2 gold frames. Zach, you saw a Soto with a gold nugget embedded in it. Oh, nice. I would like to have seen that. I would like to see that. I bet that's going to go up for sale. I'll probably be able to find that somewhere on eBay before too long. Numbered to 150, Christian Yelich and the Brewers. Yeah, I mean, I have pulled over the years some really nice stuff out of Dynasty. It is such an awesome product. To 99, the Red Sox. But for whatever reason, it is hard to do well with it. I guess because it's a relatively low number of hits compared to the price, you know? But they're such high-end hits, but still. It's never done all that well for me in relation to some of the other high-end products anyway. So I was on the fence about it, and then I'm like, you know what? I got to open at least a little bit of it because I want to see what comes out of it too. So I as much want to know as anybody else. The Oakland A's. And you have a little Ramon Laureano for Oakland. Oh, look at that. Both base cards in there were for my Reds. And the hit is the Cardinals, Dakota Hudson. All right. We've got, after we open these 2, we'll be at the halfway point. So we've opened 6. These will represent 7 and 8 that I'm getting out right now. And then there'll still be 8 more back there. Because they like to give us a lot of boxes in Gold Label. And let's extract our 2 gold frames. We haven't really had much in the way of redemptions in here this year. In fact, I don't know that I've hit any so far in here, which is nice, of course. Always preferable to not hit them. Although Topps is usually pretty good about getting theirs out fairly quickly. Still, it's always better to have it live. All right, off to the races. Number 299. That would be Francisco Lindor for the Indians. Number to 25, it's the New York Yankees and the often injured Giancarlo Stanton. They really did not get much playing time out of him this year, did they? For all that money he's making. He was very banged up almost all year, really. I mean, really didn't play much at all. Number to 50, Mike Piazza for the Mets. And number to 75, the Nationals and Trey Turner. Alrighty, kids. Let's see what our 2 gold frames are. And both of those are A's. How about that? The other one, they were both reds out of the gold frame package. That one's both A's. Oh, man. That is nice. Yeah, that's one of those that's N-O-I-C-E. Nice. That is numbered to 10. Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo for the Cubbies. Listen, you don't pull dual autographs out of Gold Label very often. So, yeah. Enjoy that one, Cubs. That's a super nice hit. Yeah, Zach's like, double. I bet Luke has the Cubs because he's got a big boom typed in there. I'm going to bet Luke has the Cubs. Am I right? Is that yours, Luke? Toronto Blue Jays, Sean Reed Foley. Yeah, doubles just don't come out of Gold Label very often at all. That was a super nice hit for the Cubs, especially Chris Bryant, right? I mean, Rizzo's nice too, but... No, Luke, you don't have them? All right, I don't know who has it then, Zach. Zach, you've got the Blue Jays. Okay, so that Sean Reed Foley went to you then. Yeah, I don't remember who has the Cubs. Honestly, I don't retain that stuff because I am always on such the rush after the end of the break to get all the invoices out, all the manual invoices to get all those out, and then go in and answer questions that everybody has sent along the way, plus get the spreadsheets done and get the break set up. I just don't, honestly, I do it on such an autopilot that I don't even usually look at the username or the person's name. I just kind of count the teams, put in the total, and keep on rocking. So I don't remember, but we can flip the spreadsheet back up there later after the break if you want. And that would tell us who has them. All right. We've got anything numbered in here. Let's see. Yeah, I see some blue on the horizon. Number to 150, it's another Yankee. Derek Jeter for the New York Yankees. It's supposed to start snowing here in a few hours. It's too early in the year for snow. It's kind of bumming me out. Although, of course, it's not going to really accumulate. It might on the grass, but it won't on the roads. It's too warm, but still. I'm not ready for winter. He said I'm going to need Tommy John surgery from breaking so much product. I tell you what, I need carpal tunnel surgery, I'll tell you that. Between the breaking and the sorting, right? Like, I'm just a zillion hours a day, I'm doing the same kind of repetitive motion stuff. So I live in this right wrist brace now. I can't hardly do anything without it anymore. Numbered to 75, Mitch Haniger for the Mariners. And our second one, that looks like our dear old friend Patrick Wisdom for the Rangers. I believe that Patrick Wisdom has come out of pretty much every case of Gold Label we've opened, I think. I can't remember one he hasn't come out of anyway. Zach, I'm in Kentucky, so we're getting that stupid Arctic blast crap that's blowing in here. It was a very beautiful day today, early in the day. Yesterday was nice, you know, kind of fall weather like you would expect. And then all of a sudden, you know, tonight I think we're getting down into the teens and we're getting this stupid snow coming in. And I guess it's going to be about an inch of snow. But again, I don't think it's really going to hang around because the ground's still warm. But just the idea of the fact that we're already talking about temperatures in the teens and maybe even the single digits is just too early in the year for me. I can't cope with that much winter. Oh, no. Oh, so this is going to be, let's see. We're going to have an extra gold frame in that box. It doesn't feel like the relic. It feels like we're going to have 3 gold frames out of these 2 boxes. Could be the relic, but I don't think so. Oh, Zach, your dad's from Henderson, Kentucky. Okay, cool. Definitely go Big Blue. You know that's right. Yeah, I graduated from UK, so my alma mater, I am true blue, very much so, into my college basketball and college football, and I bleed as blue can be. To 99, Deion Sanders and the Braves. That's one of the reasons I don't have a specific team allegiance in the NBA, because I want all my UK guys to do well, and they're pretty spread out these days across teams. So basically I have rooting interest for any team in basketball or football that has a former UK player on it. I always want them to do well. That's an interesting image. That's a class 1, but I swear I don't remember seeing that particular Buster Posey image before, but I guess I have. Numbered to 150 for the Mets, Robinson Cano. You're in Michigan. You're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches tomorrow. Oh, card collector dad. I feel bad complaining now. You got it way worse than me, man. I retract my complaining slightly. Anyway. Oh, Zach, you got to meet Eric Bledsoe a few years ago. Very cool. So we ended up with 3 gold frame autographs out of those 2 boxes. So we get a little bonus here. We have yet to see our relic, so that'll still come along somewhere. Our case hit relic should still come out momentarily. For the Brewers, you have Josh Hader. Then next up, we've got Nick Martini. Another one for the A's. So the A's have a bookend now. Not the same player, but a couple of hits anyway. Here's another Blue Jay. Still not the one you want. Rowdy Tellez. Well, you might not mind having Rowdy, but my guess is you're looking for Vlad Jr., right? Man, my cat just ran by. And I think it just passed gas when it ran by. Whew. It is evil, too. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. Be glad this is not a scratch and sniff break, because you would be as unhappy as I am right now. Like, oh, man, did they give the cat table food down there or what? Maybe. Whew. Mercy. They're, that's just evil. That is deadly. I don't know. I I don't think that's normal either. Do most cats pass gas? I feel like they probably don't. I don't know how I get the gassy cat. This is going to be our case hit right there. That's going to be our relic. We'll save it back as well and just do the base first through and then all of that. You saw a Vlad Sr. relic autograph in an Expos uniform last night. Very cool. Yeah, it seems like they've had a resurgence of Vlad Guerrero Sr. since Junior's been doing so well. They've included Senior's autographs and relics in a whole lot more products since Junior came up. At least that's how it seems to me. I don't ever remember seeing him as frequently before as I do now. Numbered to 50, Gary Sanchez and the Yankees. Number 225, the Kansas City Royals and Whit Merrifield. Number to 150, the Cubbies. Javi Baez. Number to 99, the Mets. There's another numbered Mike Piazza for you. Now, this should be our case hit relic right here. If it wants to cooperate and actually come out of there, would be nice. Your two base. And it belongs to Roger Clemens and the Red Sox, numbered 250. With your little relic there. Now our two gold frames. Oh, Zach, you've got the Royals too. All right, then, man, you're starting to add them up a little bit here. Then got a few extras coming your way. And look at that, it's Patrick Wisdom again, but this one is numbered to 50. So Texas Rangers with a pair of Patrick Wisdoms. Couple of ace cards, and numbered 250, we got a little Kevin Newman for the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, we've got 2 left, 14 down and 2 to go. Oh, Ryan, I have no idea how many total Indians cards there are, my friend. I mean, you've seen all these base cards we've gone through. I have absolutely no idea how many base cards are Indians. We're talking, you know, hundreds of cards over there. So, unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that. We will, of course, recap the autograph hits and the relic hits. I can recap the numbered stuff if you guys want to do that, too. But the base cards, sorry, man, I did not in any way remotely keep track of that. That would, because, I mean, there are literally hundreds of them. So, unfortunately, I will not know how many there are in total. You said 2-hit Whit is so underrated. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Whit Merrifield plays pretty well, and I do agree with you. Small market teams, the guys who are outstanding in those small market teams are very seldom going to get the same amount of recognition as they would if they were on a larger market, playing in a larger market on a different team. I mean, that's unfortunately it's a bit of the nature of the beast, so to speak. To 150, Kyle Tucker and the Astros. It's all about that money making the world go round. We know how that works. And so much for parity, right? I mean, all the things they do that are supposed to make the small market teams as competitive as the larger market teams, etc. No, it doesn't work like that. I think we all know that, don't we? Numbered to 150, Carter Kieboom and the Nationals. John, you'd like to have a nice, you want an Angel and you'd like to have a nice Mike Trout. All right, man. Well, we will hope that we can find that for you. Ryan the Card Breaker says he needs an Indians hit badly. So we will hope that maybe out of these last two little gold frames up here, we can make somebody happy, maybe. Of course, remember now, you've also got, out of those base cards, the class 1, 2, and 3s. And obviously, again, the class 3s are the ones that are worth more than the 1s and the 2s. So you may still have, you could have some Trout in there in that regard. Or there may be, Indians and that sort of stuff too, I'm sure, floating around in that base. Some of them are probably class 2 and 3, in addition to the class 1s. All right, we have got a Baltimore Oriole with Mr. Cedric Mullins, and a Boston Red Sox is our last hit of the night with Rafael Devers. Nice little hit as well. But the big news in this case, of course, was that Cubs hit. That dual autograph for the Cubs is just fantastic out of this case. All right, so we will do a quick little thumb through here of our numbered cards. So there's to 150, that's 99, 150, 25 on that one for the Royals, to 50, 150, 99, 150, 75, 50, 25, 99, 99, where's that one, to 150, 50, 50, 150, 75, 50, 75, 99, and 75. So that's the numbered stuff that doesn't have an autograph or anything else attached. Our case hit relic goes to Roger Clemens, Red Sox, numbered 250. Our gold frame autographs, Red Sox and Rafael Devers, Cedric Mullins, the Orioles, Kevin Newman and the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Blue Jays with Rowdy Tellez, the Oakland A's and Nick Martini, the Brewers with Josh Hader, Texas Rangers, Patrick Wisdom, that'll be one of two you have of Wisdom coming, Mitch Haniger and the Mariners. There's your other Patrick Wisdom, this one numbered to 50. Of course, also going to the Rangers. The Blue Jays, Sean Reed Foley. There it is. Oh, I love this card. It's so nice. That is numbered to 10. You've got Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo for the Cubbies. Fantastic hit. Dakota Hudson is a nice one for the St. Louis Cardinals. Ramon Laureano and the Oakland A's. Thor, Noah Syndergaard and the Mets. Another really good hit from same case, of course. Daniel Ponce de Leon, St. Louis Cardinals. We start things off with a pair of twins. Willens and Cole were our first two out tonight for Minnesota. All right, so that is the break. That is the recap. I will put up this spreadsheet information one final time for those of you who might not have caught this earlier. Let's give you another look. So Thursday is when I expect to get it out the door. If something changes and I can get it done sooner, of course I will gladly do so. And if something changes in the opposite direction, i.e. something unexpected happens, could always slide a day later and turn into Friday. But as it stands right now, I fully expect that it should be on the way to you Thursday. If you got skunked in any of the breaks tonight, meaning you did not pull a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have your consolation card or cards in it. Always works that way when it's a paid shipping break with me. So that's kind of how we roll around here. Here's what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to do a half case of Leaf Autograph mini helmets and a full case of Topps Update Jumbo Baseball. The base cards do not ship to the teams in Jumbo. It is a separate bidding category for all the base cards. Please read the listing description for more information. On Wednesday, new release day, we're going to start early, 5:30 Eastern or 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open a half case of 2019-20 Flawless Collegiate Basketball, a full case of Topps High Tech Baseball, and a full case of certified basketball. All 3 new releases on Wednesday. We'll bust them all Wednesday night. On Thursday, half case of Leaf autograph football jerseys. That will be 5 different jerseys in that break, making up a half case. We'll also open a full case of Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition, a half case of 2018-19 Flawless Basketball, and a full case of Bowman Chrome Jumbo / HTA Baseball. That one has all hits, no base. It's the really good stuff. On Friday night, we got a new release coming out that night too, starting once again 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We'll open Immaculate Football, our new release, by the full case, as well as a 9-box inner case of Topps Triple Threads Baseball and 8 boxes, a half case of Prism Draft Picks Basketball. On Saturday, once again, we'll be rolling at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We'll open another case of Leaf Best of Baseball, along with a 10-box half case of Hoops Basketball. Veteran Base does not ship to the teams in Hoops. It has a separate bidding category. Once again, if you refer to the listing description, it will give you the full 411 on that. John, you said you didn't do too well with your Angels. You just got the 1 numbered card. Well, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, sometimes it definitely does not fall the way we prefer, for sure. I'm sorry we didn't do better for you, but, maybe you have some nice class 3s or something in there, too. Something else maybe will help a little. Take the sting out of it, we hope. So once again, thanks everyone for being here. Always appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. If I don't see you again tomorrow night, hopefully I will see you again soon. Enjoy the week ahead. Try to stay warm, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. Bye now.